Talk loud though. Good morning. Welcome to Be So Creative Thursday, once a month, Handy Quilter Ruler of the Month Club. I want to welcome you here and apologize that we're a little bit late. Marco came and we grabbed him to try and get us set up because Sharon unfortunately isn't here, but she's having puppies in her car. She's on her way to El Paso with a little foster puppy, and the little foster puppy decided she's not waiting. So Sharon's having puppies, and Marcia is on her way to take care of her sister who's going to be having surgery. So don't forget to send up a little bit of prayers for her sister Boo, and we hope that the surgery goes well. Today on our Ruler of the Month tips, we are going to be using the ruler called the Cable Template. The cable template, say that fast 3 times and it'll sound bad. The cable template looks like this. It's got marks here, 1, 4, 3, and 2. So we're going to have to follow some numbers this week. The other thing is that you want to be sure and put on your handy grip tape so that when you're using this ruler, you're not going to be slipping around. So I've put the handy grip tape on 3 different areas so that it won't slip. I also marked with an arrow where I want my ruler to line up to the seam that I'm going to be sewing on. And I am going to be doing this cable border on a border. You will get this design idea sheet in your packet just like we do every month. And just as a reminder, you can go to handyquilter.com/ruler-of-the-month and you can watch the informative video that they have for this ruler itself. This ruler can make a cable that's closed on the top and the bottom, or you can do it where it's an open cable. I have to tell you that this is my favorite, and so this is the one that I'm going to show you. The other thing that you need to know is that this card that comes with the ruler is going to be one that you really need to keep because it has how you're going to stitch with this ruler. So the first part is to make the cable. That's closed, and then the alternate method shows how to do the cable where it's open. So you want to keep this handy to follow the directions, or you might want to just put it on a index card and have it available. So I'm going to work a little bit on this border itself because I want to fit it into this one. If I put the ruler all the way to the top of it, I still have to line up to number 1. So I want to make sure that the foot of my machine is up at the top of my border and my number 1 is right here where the crook is, and I'm lining up to my arrow because I want to make sure that I have enough room so that I will have the hump because I don't want my hump to be under my binding when it's done. So I want to line it up there and I want my foot to start right there. So I'm going to drop my thread and I do have my ruler base on, I have my ruler foot on, and I like to stitch in 11 stitches per inch. We are stitching on an Avante today because this is what's back here and this is what's available for me. A couple of things to note when you're ready to go. You want to make sure that, well, will my ruler fit or will it come and go into this part of my quilt itself? So I want to make sure that as I come down, I'm not going to be going into that part of my quilt. So it needs to be no more than 1/4 inch away. On our instructions, it tells us we start at number 1 and we're going to stitch to number 2, which is way down here where my thumb is. So I'm going to go ahead and I have to have a good grip and I'm coming down and here I am at number 2. And the foot is fitting right in that little cup. Then it's telling me I need to go back from 2 to number 4. And number 4, it's really hard to see on this material and I apologize for that. And number 4, let me tilt it up a little bit. is way up here. Yeah. So number 4 is way up here. So I'm just going back and I'm stopping at number 4. Then it tells us shift the template to number 1 and repeat. So slide it down, make sure you're still lined up, go down to number 2, go back to number 4, and shift down. Go back to number 4 and shift down to number 1. Drive to number 2, go back to number 4 and shift down. Oh, I shifted a little bit. Nope, I stopped. All right, so let me cut my thread so you can see this. And let me move the machine so Marco can get in here. Can you see that, Marco? So it's let me see. You can see it? So it's really pretty. I really like how the cable looks. And when you watch the video, it shows you a couple of other choices on how to sew different cables. And so I hope you enjoy your cable template. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in with us today. And like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day and stay cool. And join us tonight for our Facebook Comment Sold at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.